blew me away when we found out. And every week after that, I found that it's even bigger than I thought. So anyway, Mike here will give it to you in English and very easy to understand. Don't get all wrapped up in everything. It's 100% automated and anyone can do it. Mike, here you go.
Okay, Marty, thanks. A lot of great information there. This webinar really is for new individuals that are just starting to explore ONPASSIVE. If you're an individual that's looking for a way to build wealth, you're on the right webinar. ONPASSIVE is an absolute game changer. And like Marty said, it doesn't matter what your skill set is. Because of what Ash Mufareh and his team in Indy have done, they're about 600 strong, it's extraordinary how we can build wealth. Now, ONPASSIVE is an AI IT company, artificial intelligence, informational technology. Those are the products of ONPASSIVE. And if you've come online and you're looking to make money online, to build wealth online, there are a couple things you need to look at. Number one is the company global. ONPASSIVE, they are global. They are in over 200 countries today. Is there a cap on the amount of money that you can make with ONPASSIVE? No, the amount of money you can make with ONPASSIVE, it is unlimited, but it gets better than that. There are no qualifications. You don't have to buy, sell, or share to make money in ONPASSIVE. That's really, really unique. Most companies that you get involved with, you got to do something to make a little bit of money. With ONPASSIVE, you don't have to do anything but participate to make a lot of money. And then the last thing is the AI of ONPASSIVE. Because ONPASSIVE is an AI company, artificial intelligence, as we come in and start to participate with ONPASSIVE, it is 100% automated, period. When you start to participate with ONPASSIVE, like Susie, like Marty said, they will do the heavy lifting for us. It's truly unique what Ash and his team have put together. And yes, Ash is a visionary. He is the brain trust behind ONPASSIVE. And what he's done really will benefit so many people around the world, again, a global company, because he is giving individuals a way to actually come online, make money, and change that financial future. Now, as I first started listening to Ash Mufareh, there were about 4 concepts that I got from him. And once I understood these 4 concepts, I was in. Is this all to ONPASSIVE? No. ONPASSIVE is a giant right now. And as you look at ONPASSIVE, there are a lot of moving parts. But Ash has kept it very, very simple for those individuals who want to participate with ONPASSIVE and start to make money. And these 4 concepts put everything in order. It really shows you how you're going to move forward and make money with ONPASSIVE. Let's start with the first concept. The first concept is ONPASSIVE, as you come in and participate, it is a self-funding business. So you will come in and start your business with ONPASSIVE, and it is self-funding. And what that means is you will go out of pocket once, you will never have to go out of pocket again. And if you've ever done anything online, most of these companies, you know, once you get in, you're going out of pocket every single month. And the problem with that, it wouldn't be bad if you were making money, but most of these companies you don't make any money with. And eventually people just quit. It's just human nature. You're not going to pay forever and not make anything. That is not ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE, you will go out of pocket once, you will never have to pay again. The next one was truly extraordinary, and it's the start of the genius behind what Ash Mufareh is doing. As you come into ONPASSIVE, ONPASSIVE is going to force you to be successful. Plainly stated, they are going to force you to make money. In fact, they are going to guarantee as you come in, you will make money. I had never heard this online, offline, never heard it in my whole business career. And when Ash told me that, I was a little reluctant. I said, you know, that's a really bold statement. I'm not sure you can make that. But after I looked at the numbers behind the structure of ONPASSIVE, the pay structure of ONPASSIVE, as I looked at him and saw what Ash and his team was doing, yeah, he can say that. And as you come into ONPASSIVE, bottom line is you will make money. I absolutely love that, and so does everybody else. The next thing, as I looked at OnPassive, you know, like Marty, Dan, and I, we've been online a very, very long time, longer than we like to admit. And if you can't get eyes in front of what you're doing, again, it doesn't matter if it's online or offline, you really don't have a business. You need to get good, qualified eyes in front of what you're doing to come in, love it, join, and buy. Because when they buy, we get paid. And the way OnPassive is going to do that for us is they're going to run traffic. And OnPassive is the best at driving traffic than anybody I've ever seen. Better than Marty, Dan, and I, way better than we are, although we're pretty good. But what they do is extraordinary. And I want to give you a couple examples of the kind of traffic they're going to be running for us. And when you start to think about the traffic, think about the volume, because that's really, really important, because it's very pertinent to those individuals that are participating with OnPassive. About 6 months ago, OnPassive decided to turn on the traffic sources that they have and just turn the spigots on. And their goal was to bring in 1 million opt-ins. They did not put a time frame on it. So they just turned them on and let it ride. And in 4 days, they brought in 1 million opt-ins, which is absolutely extraordinary. And an opt-in is someone that comes in, puts their name and their email in there because they're interested in what they're seeing. They got 1 million opt-ins in 4 days. That's extraordinary. Nobody does that. I've never seen that done online before until OnPassive. And when you start to think about OnPassive and the AI part of it, artificial intelligence, when they drove traffic 6 months ago, they did not use the artificial intelligence they have today. And when you combine those two, I believe instead of 4 days, they're going to be able to drive 1 million opt-ins in 2 days or 1 day or in 12 hours. And again, then you look at the sheer volume of traffic OnPassive is going to be driving for us over the course of a year, and then 5 years, and then 10 years, and then 20 years. It's going to be extraordinary what's going to be happening in the lives of those individuals that are participating with OnPassive because of what OnPassive is doing. So traffic is really key to everything. The next thing was the customer side of OnPassive. You got to have eyes, but you also have to have customers that come in and see a product. So you've got to have customers and a product. And I believe the customers of OnPassive will come in, and as they use the tools of OnPassive, I'll get to that in just a second, they're going to come in and absolutely love the tools of OnPassive. And the reason they're going to love them is because they are proprietary, they're built from the ground up, and they're cutting edge technology, IT products. And these customers will range anywhere from K through 12, through colleges, through small, medium, large size businesses, through governments, through personal use. OnPassive will be a total online solution for all of these individuals. And because of the quality of the tools, they will come in and they will never leave. Not only that, but they will pay a monthly fee to use these tools. That bodes really, really well for us, because as soon as they pay a monthly fee, our income becomes a residual income. And over time, and I'm not talking about a lot of time, a residual walkaway income. That's where we all want to be. So let's look at the tools just very, very quickly. I'll give you an example of what OnPassive is coming out with as they launch. They started out with an automated marketing platform, and this automated marketing platform has all the tools we use to market online, whether it's a page builder, whether it's a server, whether it's a domain name, whether it's a funnel builder, whether it's a communication network with a webinar service, whether it's a human resource total solution for businesses. All of these tools are built from the ground up. They are proprietary. They are the best of the best online, and they're all built from the tech team in India, Hyderabad, and Bangalore. And these guys and gals that build these tools, they are absolutely brilliant. And as we look at these tools, they are not only the best of the best, but they're at a lower cost point. And as people come in and use the tools at a lower cost point, they will never leave. This is so ingenious what Ash has done with the system of OnPassive, with the pay system that he's put together. He's made it a win-win for everybody, those individuals that are participating with OnPassive and those individuals that are using the tools of OnPassive, because they will come in use the tools, and they're using the tools for a couple of reasons. One, it makes their job easier. That's really, really important. And number two, it makes their bottom line better. So it's just a win-win for everybody. As we look at ONPASSIVE, how do we come into ONPASSIVE? Today there is a position. It is the founding position. It is a $97 position. This fee that you pay will lock you into the company of ONPASSIVE, and it will lock you, more importantly, into the pay structure of ONPASSIVE. The $97, that's all it does. It just locks you into the company of ONPASSIVE. It gives you another option if you want to take it. But as we look at ONPASSIVE with these four concepts, remember, ONPASSIVE is 100% automated, 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 automated. But if you have the inclination to build a team, you can do that. Once you come in and become a founder, you can actually share ONPASSIVE and actually build a team underneath you. There are some real tangible benefits to that, but it's not necessary. Because of what ONPASSIVE does, we will all get to that same financial point that we're looking to over time. But if you're a team builder, you're in the right place. Not only does ONPASSIVE make it easy for you to build a team, but you can actually tell your people today, if you come in and participate, you will make money, period. Everybody absolutely loves that. So as we become a founder and ONPASSIVE launches to the world, we will all come into ONPASSIVE as customers. And the way this is going to work is we will come into ONPASSIVE. There is one membership level, and that membership level fee, it's going to be between $100 and $250. Ash has not given us the final number yet, but we will all come in, pay that fee, and then we will go on our back office, click a button, and become independent resellers of the IT product. Don't let that scare you, independent reseller of the IT product. The reason we're doing that is so that ONPASSIVE can pay us, and that's what they had to do to comply with all the regulators. So don't let that worry you. I want to back up to the membership level. That is the fee that you will pay once and you will never have to go out of pocket again. How does that work? It is a monthly fee, but as you come in and pay the first month's fee, the preceding months, they will be paid from the profits of ONPASSIVE. And that all has to do with the volume. I talked about the volume with the traffic. I'm going to talk about the volume in a little bit more on the tool side of it. But it's very, very dynamic. You will pay once, you will never have to go out of pocket again. As we come in and pay the membership level, we have access and can use all the tools of ONPASSIVE. And again, there are no qualifications here. As you become an independent reseller of the IT product, whatever volume lands underneath you, you get paid for it. You don't have to sell, you don't have to share, you don't have to recruit. You're participating with ONPASSIVE. And one of the aspects of becoming a member of ONPASSIVE is we are outsourcing that work to ONPASSIVE to build our businesses for us. I hope that made sense. It's a really, really important key to understanding just how powerful ONPASSIVE is. So as we look at ONPASSIVE, how do we get paid? Excuse me, guys, I need to rub my eye just very quickly. How do we get paid? I cannot talk about the pay structure because Ash Mufareh does not want us to open that up to the world in an open forum. I can tell you that the pay structure is better than anything I've ever seen in my entire life. It's absolutely extraordinary, but I can tell you how we're going to get paid. And as we launch to the world, the pay structure will be rolled out. You guys are absolutely going to love it. I have seen it. You're absolutely going to love it. But the way we get paid, ONPASSIVE is going to come out, and they're going to go to the automated marketing platform. They're going to take one of the tools out, and that tool is traffic, and they're going to start driving traffic for all of us. And they're going to start bringing primarily customers in, but they'll also bring in independent resellers of the IT product. But they're going to bring these individuals in. They're going to come in and see the products. They're going to love them. They're going to join, and they're going to pay. And then they're going to pay a monthly fee. And when that volume lands underneath you, not only do you get paid for that volume the first month, but it becomes residual, and you get paid month after month after month. And based on what I've seen, as ONPASSIVE starts to drive traffic for all of us, our income, wherever you start, whether it's $500 a month or $500,000 a month, and there will be both in ONPASSIVE, wherever you start, your income will continually grow week after week, month after month, year after year. And that's where the residual walkaway income comes from. As individuals come in and use these products, they're just never going to leave, guys. That's how good it is. Now, if you are a team builder, it works the same way. ONPASSIVE, again, will start driving traffic. People will come in. Volume will start to land underneath you, but it'll also start to land under your team, the people on your team. You not only get paid for the volume underneath you, but you get paid for all the volume in your team. That's the tangible benefit on building a team. And really all that does is it cuts time frames. And it's just, you're just going to get to that financial place you want to be quicker if you build a team or if you don't. But either way, again, it's 100% automated. We will all get there. So that's how we're paid in ONPASSIVE. I've talked about volume quite a bit. I want to talk about one product just to give you another idea of how massive the volume is that ONPASSIVE is going to be doing for us. And again, we get paid off of all that volume. Today, we're doing a webinar with Zoom. And their webinar service is, it's old technology. There's nothing special about the Zoom webinar. Their timing was very, very good, and they've become one of the big dogs on the block. They do about 200 million people come in every day and do a Zoom. So they're massive. They are a multi-billion-dollar company. But the product itself, the webinar service of Zoom, it stinks. It's not very good. And as we look at the products of ONPASSIVE, as they unroll, will have a communication module. That'll be revolutionary, but I'm just going to talk about the webinar service inside that module. And their webinar service is cutting edge, brand new, built from the ground up, cutting edge, best of the best at a lower price point. As we look at Zoom, I'm not sure that they will be in business in a year because of the webinar platform of ONPASSIVE. And as ONPASSIVE launches to the world, there are 25 other webinar platforms online, and I believe the majority of those companies will not be in existence a year after ONPASSIVE launches. And as we look at this one product of ONPASSIVE, the webinar product, in the course of 1 year, I believe ONPASSIVE would be a unicorn company, and that's a company that has a value of over $1 billion. That's with one product. Now, ONPASSIVE today has about 50 products that they're going to launch to the world. When you add all of these 50 products together, ONPASSIVE, day one, the day they launch, they will be a unicorn company, a company that has a value of over $1 billion. To let you know how revolutionary that is, it has never been done before. There has never been a company in the world that has launched as a $1 billion company. ONPASSIVE has already got that done. It is a done deal. As they launch to the world, they will be a unicorn company. It's so revolutionary, and as individuals that have come in and are going to participate with ONPASSIVE, we get the benefit of everything ONPASSIVE. And when I talk about that, I like to bring in Ash, because Ash really has a heart to share and to give. And as Ash started to build ONPASSIVE, his whole goal was to make people successful, to take that 97% of people that come online and fail, those are just the numbers, I don't know why, and turn that number around. So 97% of the people that come online will succeed. That is Ash Mufareh. That is the heart of Ash. That is the heart of ONPASSIVE. I want to end with one more thing, and it really is the genius behind ONPASSIVE, and this goes throughout all of ONPASSIVE. And I want to talk about the customer side. Again, I think as people come in, 80% of the people coming in will be customers. They'll come in, they'll use the products, they won't have any problem paying the monthly fee. It becomes residual income for us, and they're going to love the products, absolutely love them. And I believe they'll be coming in by the millions. If we look at the webinar service and 200 million people doing a webinar with Zoom, there will be tens of millions of people coming into ONPASSIVE just with that one product. As we look at the overall customers of ONPASSIVE with 50 products, I believe there will be hundreds of millions of people coming in to use the products of ONPASSIVE. But here's what Ash has done. That's 80% of the people coming in. They're going to be able to afford the products. But there's another group that can't afford it. maybe 20% of the customers coming in using the products of ONPASSIVE. And they're going to come in, they're going to use the products, they're going to love them, but in the back of their mind, they're always wondering, can I pay this next month? And if you've ever been there before, I have, it's not a really, really good feeling. Here's what Ash has done for these individuals. As they come in and use the products and pay the monthly fee, over time, that fee goes down. Over time, that fee is zero. Now, right there, we're never going to lose those customers, but he takes it a step further. Over time, ONPASSIVE will pay them to use the tools. Now, when I heard this, it was just ingenious. And I know Ash has taken this and he's put it throughout the whole company. There are things that Ash Mufareh is doing he hasn't told us yet, but I know they're as ingenious and clever as what he's doing with the customer side of actually paying them to use the products. As you look at ONPASSIVE, ONPASSIVE was made for you to build wealth. That's what it's for. That's why we're all here. A way to actually come online, not only make money, but build wealth, residual walkaway income. Don't worry about all the moving parts of ONPASSIVE. As you come in and participate, you are going to learn more about ONPASSIVE. And I can tell you over the course of time, every time I learn something new that Ash shares with us, it just gets better and better and better. I would keep this very, very simple right now. Focus on those 4 concepts: self-funding, forced to be successful, traffic, and customers. And then think about the sheer volume of ONPASSIVE. I would come on in, pay the $97, and then as we launch to the world, become a member of ONPASSIVE and get ready for your life to change. Because there are going to be so many people around the world that wake up and they have something they've never had before. They actually are making money online, and that is really, really rare. Believe me, we've been doing this a long time. It's rare for people to make any money online. ONPASSIVE makes that possible for all of us today. Again, it was made for you and I. And from there, I'm going to turn it back over to Marty and Dan and the rest of the panel. Go ahead and fill in anything I left out, and we'll kick it around a little bit, Marty. Go ahead.
Fantastic, Mike. No, I don't think you left out anything really. As you notice over my shoulder, that's ONPASSIVE. That's the company that they just purchased a lease for 9 years. It's in Hyderabad, high-tech city in India. And yesterday, or last 3 days, they invited some people that live in India to go visit it. And I have some pictures I want to share because some people like to see the building and the office and all that. I'd like to share them with you. Here we have, this is the outside of the building. Let me try to move this out of the way. I don't know which way to go, but that's the outside. They just put all these signs up. Beautiful building, 5 stories. They had to refurbish the whole inside. So when you hear about a company, oh, this is brick and mortar here. This is just 1 floor of the tech team, and there's 5. So it's massive. We go to the side. There's a video too out there on YouTube if you go look. We know this gentleman, Dr. Modi. When they landed, they took care of everything. Their flights, their travel. They gave them gifts when they got there. VIP treatment, 5-star hotel, everything. Everything was taken care of. That's one of the rooms. When they got there, the company left a package there for a bunch of goodies in there or whatever. That's the bus stop out front, even has ONPASSIVE on that. Huge, huge sign. This is one of the newspapers in India, US-based. ONPASSIVE opens Indian headquarters in Hyderabad. And then it tells about it, pretty big deal. And that was the news all over. Big companies from the US are in Hyderabad right now. It's known as high-tech city. This is one of their conference rooms. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. These gentlemen are founders in ONPASSIVE, and they're actually looking at a screen from us. We did a webinar yesterday, and we were chatting back and forth. They were giving their experience. It's really, really cool. In fact, that's us up there. So I just wanted to share those with you. That's the building at night. They put a light on the top, a lit sign. Absolutely beautiful, absolutely. And that one was just put up the other day for people walking down the street. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you. Another thing, Mike was talking about Zoom. Zoom being one of the products that we have, like Zoom, webinar service. Zoom was worth $19 billion last year, which is huge, absolutely mind-blowing. Well, with the pandemic and all the stuff going on in the world, people that can't travel, they're talking on some kind of webinar service. And like Mike said, they lucked out because they're the big dog anyway. And they went from 19 billion to 125 billion, over 110 billion dollars in 1 year. I've never heard of that. Never ever heard of that. So when you get the facts about what's going on behind the scenes and the founder and all the people that are involved, about some days 3,000 people are joining this company. It's going to launch very, very soon. To be a founder in this company for $97, if you don't at least get all the info, you're absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy to throw that away. It would be like Steve Jobs asking you, would you like to be part of Apple? You wouldn't say no. Nobody in their right mind would say no. Walmart, same thing. Microsoft, I mean, all that. Getting the chance to be in at the top. And this man, Ashton Farah, wants to share the wealth. He didn't have to. He could have just built this company and paid people a few bucks and let her rip, but he didn't. He's sharing the wealth with people. It's unbelievable. Anyway, I'm going to move on to Mr. Red Redfern. He's been doing the question Q&A and anything he has to add. And then Red, you can introduce Victor to the group.
Yeah, certainly will do, Marty. This is a new one for me. I've had no questions that I need to bring up, but a lot of founder questions, which I've sorted out, but I've had no questions that would benefit any of the new people here. So pretty amazing stuff, really. It's a first for me. I've even got my notepad and pen here at the ready, and there's not one scribble on it. Fantastic. But thank you very much once again, Mike. Always does a fantastic presentation, very easy to understand, and hopefully all the new people here will get something from it and then go back to the person who has invited them here in the first place. I've been involved myself personally, along with Peter Rogers, in ONPASSIVE for a very long time now. We joined in the back end of September 2018. And when we joined, there was very few founders, and there was certainly nothing like what you see here today. It was just 2 videos of Ashmi Farrow giving out his vision of what he wanted to try and achieve for the likes of you, me, Marty, Peter, Victor,